Hi haters, and welcome to Chinwei Season 2. Yay! To start us off, we're actually switching things up and we're going to be talking about something that I love desperately, but someone else hates. So today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Hallmark Channel. I want to tell you about one of my favorite things about Hallmark Channel, which is their very predictable Christmas movies. There's the peace you get when you watch a Hallmark Christmas movie knowing that yes, that busy woman CEO that moved to New York City and then decides to have to go to her small town, save her peppermint farm, and reunite with her ex-boyfriend and his 8-year-old daughter, they will end up together. And she will leave her big city marketing job to stay in her small town of Cider Hills, Vermont. She could be miserable, but that doesn't matter because all that matters is at the end of that 90 minutes, they finally kiss. The camera spins around them, the snow falls, the 8-year-old daughter is clapping and happy because her father is in love, and I'm happy. So now I want to introduce the Grinch. The person here who hates Hallmark movies. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Julie. We're so happy to have you here.
I'm happy to be here.
Is the reason you hate Hallmark movies because you hate seeing love and happiness?
Okay. That's a bit much. No. It's like you literally said all the points in the beginning. It's the same stuff over and over again.
But that's what makes it fun. I don't need to see a movie where I'm sitting there for like an hour and a half wondering what is going to happen. Oh my goodness, pain. No. This one is peace.
That's literally the point of the movie.
Well,
no, why are you going to be watching the same movie over and over again?
It's not the same movie.
Yes.
A Royal Christmas is not the same thing as a Princess for Christmas. Let me say that right now. They're two completely different movies.
It literally has the same
concept. Well, one of them. No.
Well,
they both go. Yeah, they both fall in love with princes, but in completely different ways.
Okay, but they still fall in love.
Exactly.
And then there's
that
heartbreak,
is
and then they end up in the same exact way.
Well, there is no heartbreak because heartbreak doesn't exist in Hallmark.
Girl, you see, that's the problem. That's the problem. It all happens the same. There's no heartbreak. There isn't. So like, there's nothing exciting.
There is excitement. Have you seen the military ones? It's like more drama in it. Oh my goodness. He has some slight PTSD because he fought in the war. We don't know which war. They can't tell you. They're wearing their fake like soldier outfits, but it still works.
Super fake. The movies are fake.
Well, we know that's the joy, but you can film a Hallmark movie in 3 weeks.
So I haven't watched any Hallmark movies. Because it's boring. It's all the same.
I fear you cannot judge until you watch a Hallmark movie.
I've watched a show. I only have one favorite show.
What's the show?
When Calls the Heart.
See, that's a good show!
But until like season 2.
Oh, well, I'm going to cut you off right there.
Okay.
Because on this show, whenever we agree on something, we have to chin in agreement. So right now, let's chin. Which means you have enjoyed a product of the Hallmark Channel.
I never said I enjoyed it. I said I watched the show, 2 seasons, and then it got boring.
I can't really fight you on when it calls the heart because honestly,
have you watched it?
Yeah, I'm getting tired of it. I won't lie, because
Isn't
I'm
that
like, girl.
chin-chin?
So yeah, that's a chin. That is a chin. I'm like, girl, there's only so many mistakes you can make in this life, and I'm over it.
That's the only thing I've watched until like season. I don't even know how many seasons it has because I never finished it.
9.
Okay, I never finished it because why? It got repetitive and boring and dumb. So the first 2 seasons were like the best.
Yeah, but if you keep going, you see that even though it's repetitive, it just keeps adding that sense of like small town charm. And I think everyone can go for some small town charm.
No.
So you don't like small town charm? You don't like happiness?
Yeah, I do, but
now all I'm hearing is right now that you don't like happiness. Like you hate love. That's exactly what you just said.
Do not
I hate love. Like those are the words that just came out of your mouth.
Literally, I do not. I'm getting married. That's not me hating love. It's just literally this concept of these romantic movies are.
So you don't like romance movies?
I'm not a romantic, so no.
So what do you like? Horror?
Not horror.
Like
but
Chucky?
No, it's just the romance specifically for this genre is a bit fake. It's fake love. It's not realistic.
You don't believe in love at first sight?
No. I'm a big believer that love does not happen at first sight.
What?
No.
You don't believe that people can just see each other? I feel like, actually, never mind. I have not experienced. I believe I can experience love at first sight. One point in my life, I thought I did. I was very wrong.
Did the other person love you too?
No, that's why I was very wrong.
Okay, you see, I think love at first sight happens both ways. It can't be true if it's one way.
Oh, yeah, so I've
never heard that happen,
so I'm sure it has happened. You know me cutes. They like walking all the oh my goodness, Julie. When you're walking down the street, you go to a coffee shop. You love coffee.
Yeah.
You go to a coffee shop. You order a coffee. Mm-hmm. They call your order an iced Americano on tap with oat foam.
Okay.
And someone else, and it has maple syrup. Someone else gets that iced Americano on top with oat foam and maple syrup. But they call the iced Americano on top with maple syrup, oat foam, and you both reach for it. But you both, like, your hands touch, like, in your hand.
Why are you just saying the opening of Hard Lives?
It doesn't have to be like there. It can be you both reach for the same book at a bookstore, and you're like,
no, that's like, bro, why you touch my hand? Like, get away.
Whatever. Our next question was actually to ask if there was a Hallmark movie you hated, but you haven't even seen one. I'm gonna guess all.
Yeah, they're all boring. Like I've tried.
I feel like you can't judge it. I'm gonna give you at the end of this. I'm gonna give you a list of Hallmark movies to watch, and you're gonna tell me if you hate this movie.
No. Okay, I haven't watched one completely. I start them. I either fall asleep, I go on my phone, I stand up and walk away, I get distracted, and while I was doing my research, I saw all the characters or whatever actors, whatever. They're all white. They're all brunettes or obviously blonde. They're the same exact people. There's no diversity in these movies. So,
you know, I will give you that.
Chin chin.
You want to know some drama about Hallmark? Oh my goodness. So, Candace Cameron Bure was on Hallmark Channel. Full House.
Oh, okay. I don't know the name.
She was the Hallmark darling. But then, during this whole time, there was a split. And she basically started her own channel, which is a competitor to Hallmark. Oh. And she took so many Hallmark actors to this other channel. Drama.
What famous movies are Hallmark movies? None. None of them are famous.
Yeah, well, to the Hallmark watchers,
if they were good movies, they would be famous.
It's not just about the movie; it's the actors. Actors get like they're part of Hallmark, and so they get like multiple movies a year. Mm-hmm. It's good money, first of all. It's a steady job. You just like constantly going to Canada, filming for 3 weeks.
Are they all in Canada?
It's in Canada. Because they have like different things. They have like Love-uary. They have Christmas in July, the countdown to Christmas. There's fall into love. There's spring into
okay.
like, you know.
What was your point with that?
I'm just saying it's not just about if this famous movie. It's the actors as well. It's the actors that make this stuff. You know Janelle Parrish from Peter Liars? She's a Hallmark person now. She makes Hallmark movies.
No.
Yes, because that's where you eventually go. Fun fact.
That's sad for her.
She has like multiple movies. She wasn't like booking. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to judge her.
Okay, and then where does she go?
But then now she's making money. She has steady work.
But who
and you would too.
I don't even know.
You would too for a check.
Well,
you would too for a check. I would for a check. I'd be the first person there.
I respect their work, but I just feel like the movies are boring.
Well,
I feel like your point right now was just trying to convince yourself that the movies are good.
No, I'm already convinced.
That's why I asked you what the point was about.
Julie, just calm down. I'm still gonna send you like a Hallmark movie for you to watch because I feel like you have to like watch one.
No,
one of my favorite ones.
I promise you, I will start and I will not finish.
Don't worry, I'll make you finish.
You get there.
I'll tie you down and make you watch a Hallmark movie because. You know, I had an acting teacher who filmed a Hallmark movie. He left the semester. He left our class for like a week or so, whatever, and went up to Canada to film his Hallmark Christmas movie. So I'm basically like, I know a Hallmark star.
Oh.
2 weeks? They shoot them that fast?
They shoot them like, yeah.
Doesn't that say something?
No, he was the lead.
You see?
So.
Do you think most of the guys are attractive in these movies?
Oh yeah.
Do you think that's the reason why you like the movies?
Probably. I feel like it's so hard to watch a romance movie if the male is ugly.
Okay, so if the Hallmark movies had ugly men...
I won't lie. I don't watch the movies with men.
Oh my god! No, I feel like at the end of this, I'm going to convince you to hate the Hallmark movies.
You're not gonna convince that, because at the end of the day, I'll still watch the one. If you find like the stars of a movie ugly, are you gonna go watching like of a romance movie? Because you just don't believe that they're in love, right?
No, I don't believe it. If you are a true romantic, you would know that love is not just on looks.
We're all a little superficial. Love is blind.
No.
Love is blind, and like it's not all about looks. But let's be honest ourselves.
No, you have to be attracted, but that's not the most important thing. Like, you might not think who I'm getting married to is attractive, and that's fine.
But to you, he is.
Exactly.
Which is what's important.
You just contradicted yourself.
No, did I? I don't think so. I do find to enjoy the movies where she is giving up her life in a small town or whatever, city life, for a prince, more enjoyable than her giving up her stable lifestyle for her ex-boyfriend in a small town.
You see, I feel like that would be better.
But I don't like that as much, because I'm like, why would you do that, girl? What are you gonna do in this town?
Because it's
you
love.
left for a reason.
It's love.
It is for love, though. But I don't, all these ones with the royal ones, I do love those ones, because I always had this fantasy I was gonna marry a prince. It could still happen. But when they meet and they fall in love and they usually get engaged after like 2 days. I mean, fair enough.
Fair enough. Would you get engaged to a guy after 2 days?
If he was a prince, yes. It's fine. I start therapy in a couple days. Anyway. Our first game that we're going to play. Imagine the love of your life is leaving and you haven't told them how much you love them yet. So we're about to give our loves our best running at the airport speech.
Okay.
You ready? I can go first. Wait. Give me a second. My love! Wait! I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry I didn't tell you before how much you meant to me. But that night we were making the pizzas, and you took the pepperoni sauce and you rubbed it on my cheek. Since that moment, I realized and I knew how much I loved you, and I'm sorry that I fought against it this whole time. I'm sorry that I never told you the truth. You told me how you felt, and I was so scared. I was scared of falling in love, because every time I have been hurt. I have been hurt and abandoned by every man that I have fallen for. But you have been there. You have always been there for me. I'm sorry, but please don't go. Don't leave just yet. Don't leave me yet. We can work through this. We can do this together. I'm ready to dance in the kitchen. I'm ready to slide down the floors within our socks. And I'm ready to spend the rest of our lives together. Because I love you. And it's always going to be you.
And see.
Okay, give me lines and I'll just...
Okay. Julie, what are you doing here?
Maria, what are you doing here? I don't know what to say.
I'm leaving to go to a faraway country forever.
That's what we do at the airport. We go somewhere.
Is that something you want to tell me?
I don't know. I guess I like you.
I guess you like me. Well, that's not good enough.
Okay, so this next game, we're each going to pick 3 random elements to create our Hallmark movie plots. What point of view should I tell this story in? Amanda, the woman, our lady boss CEO, lives in New York City and works a high-powered marketing job. Her family's farm is dying and failing, so she has to go back to her hometown in Peppermint Bark Falls, Vermont, where she meets and reunites with her ex-love. They get closer and realize that they love each other. And then one night when they're together in her hotel room and they're getting on, he realizes he can't get on, so he has to take some Viagra. But somehow, by using this Viagra, he realizes how to save the peppermint farm.
One day, Tracy and her chihuahua walked into the wig factory because they were looking for a wig for her chihuahua. As they were there, a gun owner named Bob walked in as well, looking for a wig for himself. Bob thought the Chihuahua was so cute. And in that little conversation, they end up falling in love.
Aww. So there's this guy, Paul, and he is a Santa Claus actor. He's in the mall as a Santa Claus, and he witnesses a jewel heist. And he goes there thinking to try and save the day. But when he goes, he realizes the jewel thief is a beautiful woman. And they end up getting locked in the jewelry store together because a swarm of bees are outside the jewelry store. So they can't get out. And they spend the whole night there together. And they fall in love. And the end.
Did they end up together?
Yeah, of course. Okay, so now our favorite segment, we're going to rate Andres' outfit. And this theme of outfit is his Christmas date outfit. Ow!
Where's the date gonna be?
They're going ice skating at Brandon Park. And then they're getting some hot chocolate.
Okay.
I'm not a fan.
Me neither.
I feel like you could wear this if like we're just going out to Bryant Park, not for a date. You know, we're just like spending an afternoon out. You know, we're just like, let's just go roam the city.
Well, I forgot the category was date, so I just wore Christmas.
No.
No.
Cut that out.
No.
I will literally not try that
So,
To be fair, if you're ice skating, you'll have a jacket on top so nobody will see.
but then he's gonna wear like some basic. He's not gonna wear like a nice coat. He's just gonna wear like some jacket, like a puffer or something.
And that'll be worse.
Yeah, it's not looking very good. So I'm gonna give it a solid 3.8.
Okay, I'll be nice. I'll give it a 4.
I mean,
This
yeah.
is the outfit.
But it's not
They
Christmas.
smell nice.
But people have told me here in the US, like, oh, I love your ugly Christmas. I'm like, ugly?
That's even
You're
worse.
like Peru.
Yeah.
So at the end of each episode, I'm gonna give the guest an opportunity to try and convince me that you're right. This is the one time in my entire show I'm gonna shut up. Every time I disagree with you, you get a wave of rejection.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, all the movies are exactly the same. If you look at the picture, I don't know what that's called, the thumbnail, exactly the same. They're hugging each other. So what else could like be happening in the movie? They all fall in love at the end, which is boring. Nobody dies. They are the same characters every single time. They look the same, dress the same, their hair is the same. I feel like it's either a princess, a king, somebody in the winter, it's snowing, like, again, boring. Like, there's no exciting thing. There's like, oh my gosh, I wonder what will happen next. No, nothing. You expect already, which is like, what's the point of watching a movie if you already know what's going to happen at the end? That's all I have to say. And there's no diversity in this. Oh.
Chinwei, were you convinced?
Nope.
Those were all really good points.
They were good points, but I will still be watching my Hallmark movie tonight. It has been great having you here, Julie.
Thanks for having me.
This has been a blast. A great way to kick off season 2, talking about one of my favorite things. You know, I love to yap about things I love and things I hate. So, we can't wait to have you all for the rest of the season. Bye, haters.